Welcome to another of my weekly Friday news show thing that I do, where today I'm going to be talking about the recent news, movie news, video game news, TV news. I'm going to start off with movie news as usual. First, there's a lot of stuff going around about the Suicide Squad sequel, which is just called The Suicide Squad, because that's not confusing at all. It was recently said that James Gunn, who just got booted from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I guess he's jumping ship to DC. He's going to be directing Suicide Squad 2. And there's been a lot of casting stuff going around. Dave Bautista, who plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess he wants to jump ship because he very publicly did not agree with firing of James Gunn. So he might be joining on Suicide Squad. James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn, also mentioned about how he might be going on there. And we also got some people leaving. For example, Will Smith. It's a big one. Will Smith has left Suicide Squad 2, and the rumor is that he's going to be replaced by Idris Elba, who's no stranger to the superhero genre, because he was in the Thor movies, and he is in that Hobbs and Shaw, which is basically it's just a superhero movie now. I mean, the guy's a supervillain. Basically says it in the trailer, and they're not even trying to hide it at this point. It's a superhero movie, but this will be nice because he'll be the lead. I assume it's going to be him and Harley Quinn as the lead, just like it was in the earlier Suicide Squad movie. And it also looks like Joel Kinnaman, whatever, is not going to be coming back as Rick Flag. And my reaction to that was just like, oh no, who's going to give us pointless exposition about characters? And more casting stuff, not Suicide Squad though. A while back, they had mentioned that, I guess it was just a rumor, honestly, then, that Matt Smith had joined the cast of Star Wars Episode 9. I think I talked about this on one of these videos. I wasn't exactly excited about it. I'm not that big of a fan of Matt Smith. And now it's kind of looking like he's not going to be in it. He was doing an interview. He said he wasn't going to be in it. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't know why he would say he's not in it at this point, this late into the game, because none of these other new people have exactly denied it either. I mean, I don't know if they just haven't been asked about it, but I guess we'll just see what happens as we go further on down the line once marketing for Episode 9 really starts, which I suppose will probably be next month. Because next month we're looking at Star Wars Celebration. They'll definitely drop a trailer for that. I assume the trailer will drop at Celebration and drop for the rest of the world who can't go to Celebration, like me. Also, it's looking like a National Treasure 3 is looking more and more possible, which is kind of cool, I guess. That's like Nick Cage's franchise, I suppose. It's been a while since National Treasure 1 and 2. They're okay movies, they're fun. It's something that I would be interested in watching, I suppose. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. It's also looking like Venom 2 is going to be getting a new director. What's-his-face, who directed the first Venom, he might not be coming back. Probably because I just know him as What's-his-face, so he must not have been that memorable in the first place. And which could be good, could be bad. I don't know. It's going to depend on whatever director decides to step in for that movie, but I am looking forward to Venom 2 very much. And there was also some stuff about the Sony Marvel deal. I didn't even write this down. It was Sony's interested in extending its deal with Marvel, have Tom Holland stay on as their Spider-Man, but they also want their own Spider-Man played by a different actor jumping in their other movies as a secondary role, because there has been talks. Well, there has been rumors, I suppose, not talks, but there have been those rumors for a while that Spider-Man is going to have a role in the Craven movie, which I assume would be the next thing after this Morbius whatever with Jared Leto. I don't really care about that. And they also want to keep going with the Spider-Verse stuff. They doing a Spider-Verse sequel and a female Spider-Verse spin-off. I don't know. I didn't see Spider-Verse. I probably should have, but I didn't. So I guess they were talking about how they want to have these three branching Spider-Man franchises going on. It's good for them. It works. I mean, it will be nice to see Spider-Man in the Sony stuff. I've mentioned several times how much I'm a Spider-Man fan. I would love to see Spider-Man and Venom. Two good versions of Spider-Man and Venom would just be amazing. I guess I'll be a little disappointed. It's not Tom Holland. I feel like he's a good Spider-Man. Not my favorite Spider-Man, but he is a good Spider-Man. It would be nice to see him and Tom Hardy's Venom. But moving on from this, there have been some, I suppose, leaks about Avengers Endgame. I don't talk about leaks and rumors, because if you go on Reddit, there's like a new Endgame leak every day, and it's different, and it's all garbage. But there have been some leaked Lego sets for Avengers Endgame. They maybe tell us some stuff. I'm honestly thinking that Lego isn't working with a lot of information when they're designing these sets. I don't think Marvel's telling them everything, and that's kind of what I'm gathering from here. When it comes to sets, when it comes to Lego sets for movies such as Star Wars or Marvel or even DC, they have made some DC movies. For the most part, they're reliable and accurate. I think more so with Star Wars, but Marvel in particularly, sometimes it's not completely reliable. So it's something that's out there that's worth checking out, and leaked Lego Marvel sets are going to be more reliable than other leaks you might find out there for Endgame. So it's something if that's what you're interested in. And the last little bit of movie news I got is apparently Warner Brothers is interested in making more Mad Max movies with George Miller, which isn't that surprising. I feel like this is it's been a while since Fury Road, like 2015, I think. 15. That sounds right, 2015. 2015 was a big year for movies. It's been a little while. I would have thought we would have had something by now. I know Mad Max Fury Road was a big hit. A lot of people liked it, including me. So I'm not surprised they're interested in making more. I guess we just have to see what happens with, does George Miller want to make more? Is Charlize Theron or Tom Hardy interested in coming back? Because they're both super busy. They got like 5 franchises each that they're a part of. So it's something that I'll be definitely looking forward to. I enjoyed not the first one because I haven't seen any with Mel Gibson, but I did enjoy Mad Max Fury Road a lot. Moving on to some TV news. I didn't honestly dig too deep into TV news because it's usually stuff that I don't care about. But I feel like I have to say this just because it's like the huge thing right now. There was a new trailer for Season 8 of Game of Thrones. It just looks like more Game of Thrones. It's not something I'm extremely excited about. I'm looking forward to it to an extent, kind of like I'm curious as to what happens. I've had my problems with Game of Thrones and what they've done over their various seasons. But it's, like I said, I'm somewhat looking forward to it, and I'll watch it. Probably do a review about it. And my last bit of TV news, I tell you, there wasn't much TV news to talk about. There was some stuff about the Lord of the Rings TV show that's going to be airing on Amazon Prime, probably next year. I want to say. I don't know if we had any type of release date yet. We still have very little information about this, but now it's looking like it's going to be set in the Second Age, which is it's the second age before the third age, and the third age is the time period of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, the stuff we're much more familiar with. The second age is going to be able to deal much more with Sauron and sort of his rising. There's been speculation that from this we might see some of Numenor, like the fall of Numenor, setting around in that island off to the side there. This is a show that I have been cautiously optimistic about, or cautiously enthusiastic. I don't know, because I love Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite franchises out there. I love the movies. I love the books. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. But I don't know about this movie yet. Because, I don't know about this TV show yet. Because the problem I have right now is what I just previously talked about, is Game of Thrones. And this seems very obvious that they're trying to give the next Game of Thrones, which is what happens. When you have a huge TV show like Game of Thrones, and it ends, you have every other new TV show trying to be the new Game of Thrones. I saw this with Lost. When Lost had ended, there were like 7 TV shows that all tried to be the new Lost. I could still name them. There was Flash Forward, which ABC wanted that to be the new Lost. There was Revolution, The Event, Alcatraz. Everything was trying to be the new Lost. And The 100, I guess The 100 is like the closest thing to the new Lost, probably, if that even is the new Lost. But anyway, obviously they're trying to make this Lord of the Rings TV show the new Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones is a very mature show. In my opinion, that doesn't fit with Lord of the Rings at all. I think ultraviolence and nudity is not something that belongs in Lord of the Rings, in my opinion. And if that's in there, then I'm kind of checking out of it. It'd be very comforting if they announced a rating for it or something. Because if it was TV mature, then I would be a little bit more worried about what it's going to be like. But that's just my main concern, honestly, is how mature this show is going to be. And I don't have a problem with mature shows. I don't have a problem with nudity or violence in a TV show. I just think it doesn't belong in Lord of the Rings. I think that's straying very far from Tolkien's original vision and what he had in mind when he made this. Obviously the Tolkien estate has signed off on it, so again, that pushes me back to being more optimistic, because they've been very I can't think of the right word, but they've been very sketchy about letting other people do Lord of the Rings stuff, because they don't want this property going, being ruined or being messed with in the wrong way. But then again, it all comes back to money, so who knows what will happen. And that's it for TV news. There's no video game news. There is, but I didn't bother digging too deep to look for it. And the website I get all my news from, apparently they stopped giving video game news for some reason. I don't know what that's about. So that's it. I don't think anything else newsworthy has happened in the last couple days or couple hours or anything like that. So I think that's going to be it for today, and I will see you guys next time.